Hi worlds, I'm your host Chanel Kissa and you're watching Ladies Room Millennials. We have a really big show, but before I dive into it, I just want to highlight something that I went to this past weekend. I had a chance to be the media correspondent at Women on Air in Montgomery, Alabama. And let me just say, this was my first time being in Montgomery, and I have so much to say about the people there. They're so loving, so energetic, and they're just ready to uplift women because it was a women empowerment movement. So Diamond Tyler, she's founder of Women on Air. She's also on the midday, a radio personality on 97.9 Jams in Montgomery, Alabama. She had this phenomenal event. It's her second one. So let me give you some details about it. They had radio personalities and news anchors on the panel, and they were giving so much valuable information to people that were in the audience. And the people that were sitting in the audience was actually on air themselves. They were inspiring to be on air, whether it's TV, film, radio, and it was just a great event to kind of just network with a lot of people. And it was also people that have been in the game for like 17 plus years that were giving so much amazing feedback. So that was a blessing in itself. I also want to highlight DJ Fresh, who's a program director on 97.9. The reason why I want to highlight him is because he is shaping the gender inequality that we have going on in the world today, and he deserves to be highlighted. He took Diamond Tyler, and I only know this because I did an interview with him at the event. He took Diamond Tyler under his wing, and he's helping shape her career and guide her into the light that she's in. Diamond Tyler actually entered a contest for 97.9 and she didn't win. And guess what? A month later, she got that call to say, hey girl, come back on in. But you know, this is not my story to tell. It's her story to tell. We already had her on as a guest before on previous episodes. But DJ Fresh, we just want to know that we honor you, we love you, we respect you, and continue to do what you're doing on empowering and impacting women's lives and shaping the world. But we are on Ladies Room Millennials platform, and we have an amazing guest. We have actress Angelique Valentine on the show today. Her name breeds love. But we're going to go on a commercial break, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to Ladies Room Millennials. I'm your host, Chanel Kissa, and look who we have today. We have Angelique Valentine. She is an actress as well as a pole dance instructor. How are you doing today, girl?
I'm doing good, girl. How you doing?
I'm doing well. So you got so much.
Yeah, I got a lot going on as of right now. Yep, I'm doing a lot of promo this week for the next couple weeks on the movie that I have coming out March 30th.
What?
Acrimony, Tyler Perry's Acrimony, starring Taraji P. Henson. So I'll be doing like radio interviews. I'll be doing other interviews. I have an interview in Baltimore in a week. So
that's amazing.
Really cool,
is this your first big film?
It is. It's my first feature film. It was my first actual big booking. In general, I've been auditioning for 5 years now. So I've booked other things, but it's like small, maybe TV stuff, small little roles, industrials, things like that.
She's been auditioning for 5 years.
5 years and counting. Still going too. Still trying to audition.
That's how you know somebody still wants it.
Yeah.
Because you didn't lose that spark of still saying that you wanted this,
Yeah, exactly. Because I've actually been doing it since high school. I auditioned a lot in high school for every single school play. I never got cast one time. So I did. It got to my heart, and so I kind of gave up on it right after high school. But in college, I just saw a post to audition, and I just went for it, and I didn't get that part either. But that it kind of brought back the love that I had for it. Auditioning, I love it. So
you love auditioning?
I love auditioning. Yeah,
that's amazing. That is amazing.
Auditioning. It's nothing that makes me more excited than when my agent sends me an audition. I'm like, I call her, I call my friends, I call my mom, I got an audition. She's like, okay, it's like you're 1,000th one, but I'm still excited.
I have a quick question for you. Mm-hmm. So when you get an audition, you get so excited, right? And then you call all these people, right? Yeah. And then you audition, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is the whole process. So you audition.
Yeah.
You audition for it, and then let's talk about not getting the call back, and then you already told all these people.
Yeah, and exactly, and people don't really understand. I only tell the people who are close to me who understand, because I like to have everyone look at my auditions before, if it's a self-tape, and I like to, you know, have people look at me. But
so you got a tribe, a community.
Yeah, because I want more people to see me, so, you know, I just know, like, you know, I can criticize myself constructively, and other people can tell me what they see, because everyone watches TV, so I really love it. But I don't really tell everyone, because everyone's like, will call me or text me and be like, did you get the part? And I'm like, it doesn't work that way. Obviously I got the part. You wouldn't. I would tell the whole world.
That's the reason why I wanted to talk about that, because like I had to, just coming from like a personal experience, I had to stop telling my mom when I do auditions, because she would always be like, all right, did you get it? Did you hear back yet? Oh, so when are you gonna start? And it's just kind of like, listen, I got this part. I told you because I was very excited, you know. Don't get offended, because I probably should have never told you, but I did tell you, you know.
Exactly.
So like, I'm not gonna get it all the time. Like 10 out of 10, like let's just say 10, right? You may get it zero times out of that 10, okay?
Exactly. Like,
okay. So then, like, if I get it one time, just know that's a total victory.
It's like winning the lottery.
Right.
Because your chances are so, in the beginning, your chances are just so small, because you have to be exactly what they're looking for, like specifically. So you could be very talented and practiced for years, and they still pick someone who randomly audition that day.
You can be the perfect person, but there can be one thing that's slightly off and not get it, you know? And that's just what it is. But like, if you want it, I really admire you for just continuing to push through. So let's talk about that a little bit. Let's talk about, like, you know, your challenges of not getting it for years, like and auditioning and them saying no.
It's a process still today, every day. When I've had a lot of struggles internally with feeling overlooked or feeling undervalued, and feeling like, oh, why am I not there? Why am I not the one that stands out? Why am I overlooked? Why do I keep hearing no? It's really hard, but every other chance I get, I know that there is a day and a time for me to shine, and just waiting for that time and pushing for that time is what keeps me going. That's it, because I know that the only way you lose is if you give up. It's the only way you lose. If you audition, one day you're gonna have your big break. One day you're gonna get it, but you're not gonna get it if you don't keep, you know, overcoming. Self-healing, self-love is really important. Telling yourself you are talented no matter if you get chosen or not. You know what I mean? So.
Well, you can't really wait for somebody to choose you. You got to choose yourself first.
Exactly.
You know? You definitely have to choose yourself first. So let's talk about like the studying process of even being an actress. You know, do you believe that, you know, the place that you fell at is, you know, where you actually study at, where you perform at every day?
What do you mean? Like, the things I struggle with, like script analysis and things?
Well, not just script, not to even go as detailed as that, but just, you know, actually the studying process, you working every day to build up to, you know, where you're trying to be and develop.
Oh yeah, of course. And I actually just came back from New York, where I wasn't auditioning at all. My agent wasn't sending me out on anything. It was every day studying, doing monologues, getting deeper. I studied at the Susan Batson School, and amazing. All the teachers there are amazing. Susan is just the master.
Phenomenal. I only know this because I'm obsessed with New York, and I've been to the Susan Bassett studio twice. Due to the fact that now I know her, I'm definitely gonna go back, and I feel like I need to like do that. But anyways, this is about you. Tell me the process. I really want to get into that.
Acting is different than any other craft, I think, because you have to tap into yourself more than anything. And with music, and you still have to tap into yourself with music, but it's more of a you don't have to be as self-aware all the time, and as in other crafts. In acting, it's like you gotta, well, for me, have to really make everything really personal. Everything is specific and personal. And when I went to Susan Basson, she really taught you how to do that. And now you could get a script that, now I look at scripts totally different after I went to school there. And she, I mean, that, I can't explain it enough how she pushes you to really dive deep into every script. It could be the most basic script and you can dive deep into it now. It's really just amazing.
Nice, nice. So before even being exposed to what she's taught you, what did you do prior to that?
I don't even know what I was doing prior to that. I don't even know. Now I know specifically what I need to do, but before then I would just read a script and be like, get in the mirror and say, oh, this is how I want to say it. How should I say these lines? It wasn't even, you know, getting my personalization. It wasn't, which is when, you know, put a person in front of you to help you identify. But before I would just get a script and be like, okay, let me just practice how I say it. Should I be like this? Oh, should I look like this? That's how it would always be, yeah. It was really basic.
So now that she got, you know, that studying from Susan and she's applying those things, we're going to see much more of you.
Oh, yeah, much more.
Especially
much
with this
more.
new movie, Acrimony, that Tyler Perry has written, produced, and directed. He's an amazing, amazing man right here, out here in Atlanta.
Tyler Perry is amazing.
So let's talk about, you know, you working with him. How was that?
Oh, it was amazing. He's super cool, super down. I mean, he is about his business. Let's not get
we love that.
twisted.
You have to be.
He's very strict, but like, we got to get this done. Come on. But he treated us amazing. Like, he was very understanding. He was funny. He was hilarious. He like would put on Medea voice randomly on set. Like, we would be like, oh, okay, Medea's here right now. But he was amazing. He was really patient, and it was my first time being on a big set like that, and he was super patient with me, and I was
intimidating.
It's so intimidating, like
not just being in front of Tyler Perry, but just being on a big set.
Yeah, and knowing you have to be ready. I mean, I'm in about 3 scenes, and
which is major.
She's
famous now. She's famous.
But yeah, each scene we did probably like 3 times, so you don't get take after take, unless maybe if you're a bigger star, you do get more takes. But you know, you have to be ready. You have to be almost more prepared than the lead, because you don't get the leeway that they get. You have to be on and ready. You can't practice. This isn't practice. You have to be already ready, because he does his takes and then you're out. You're out.
Okay, so since we're talking about being ready, right? And we're talking about how you studied.
Yeah.
How ready were you for this part? And let's talk about your part too.
Okay, yeah. Well, I actually filmed the movie before I went to Susan.
Okay.
So, needless to say, I was not prepared at all.
Obviously, you were prepared. You got it.
Well, yeah, I got it. Then that's a whole other story of how I feel. I think, I don't want to get into how I feel about that. But yeah, I think it was there to show me how much more I needed to prepare. Yes, I'm very grateful for the opportunity, but it really showed me how unprepared I was and how much harder I needed to go, because I didn't know what I was doing. Like, when I was there, he would give me direction. I didn't know what they meant. I was doing things and he would laugh about it and laugh it off, but I was around professionals, so it was kind of like, look kind of green. You know what I mean? So that's
But
really,
you learned from that experience.
Oh yeah.
And now you dig deeper.
Oh yeah, now I dig deeper. Now I want to know, like, I don't want to look green. If I go on another big set, or when I go on another big set, I don't want to, if a director gives me a direction, I don't want to be like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? Now I know. Now in Susan, they do on-camera technique there, and they are so hard on you. Like, you got to be perfect up there, because they know when you get on set, they want you to be overly prepared.
You don't get no chances.
You don't get a chance.
All right.
When you are a guest star, or when you have even a one-liner, you have to know what you're doing.
All right.
Period.
I love it.
I want to know what I'm doing.
So we got to go on commercial break, but we'll be right back. We're going to be talking to Angelique Valentine a little bit more about her character, and we're going to learn a little bit more about her, okay? Welcome back to Ladies Room Millennials. I'm your host, Chanel Kissa, and we have the beautiful actress, pole fitness instructor, Angelique Valentine. So let's get back into this character. So your character name is Sarah.
I'm play the younger Sarah in the movie. They do flashbacks, so they have the older version and then the younger version. So they do like flashbacks of all of us.
Nice. And then Taraji P. Henson is the main actress in that movie. So let's talk about your experience of working with her and also watching her, and how do you feel like you have developed from that?
Yeah, watching Taraji she is so talented and she's so down to earth. I mean, she is the same as how you see her on interviews on TV. She's the same, like,
raw
energy, raw and real, acting and in person. Like, she's so down to earth. But when it comes to her craft and being on film, she is amazing. She was given such specific notes from Tyler Perry while she was in the scene, and she would stay in the scene, stay in character, listen to the direction, listen to the notes, and she knew how to adjust even the most minor of things with her. It was amazing. It was like, he'd be like, okay, be a little mad, but a little jealous, and she could just be like, oh, okay, and then
she just got
right into it. And then he'll be like, don't be that mad though. Be like a little less mad, and she was able to do it. It's like, it was amazing.
It was like turning up and turning down the volume on your car seat.
It was so inspiring.
Like slightly, not there. Okay, up a little more there.
And he said something funny too. We were doing one scene, and he was like, "Don't be so much of Cookie. I don't want to see so much Cookie from Empire." And she was like, "Okay, yeah, I am in that character." So she was able to turn that off. Like, it was amazing.
And then tap in and to be this character that she actually needed to be. That's amazing. So I like that, you have these two professions going on that you like dive into so deeply. So we talked about you being an actress. Okay, let's talk about you being a pole fitness instructor.
Yes, I love it. It's a fairly new thing I'm doing. I haven't been doing pole fitness. I've been doing pole fitness, practicing myself for about 3 years.
Nice.
So it's not really new to me, but teaching it is new. It's a whole new experience, But I love seeing women grow. The women who are doing it, you can see them transform from like feeling, a little shy,
insecure to
like,
oh, I got it.
Bam. Yeah, they'd be like, oh,
do that again.
Bam. So it's really great. Like, you'll see just girls just do whatever in there. It's like they're so liberated, and it's so much fun. Like, it's so amazing to see women just be as free as possible. You don't have to worry about looking too sexy or they can be, and I feel like women should do that in general. You don't have to worry about we should live in a society where women can feel sexy and be sexy and don't have to worry about what other people are thinking about them.
So is it kind of like Angelique is like, this person, the actress, and then who is the pole fitness
it's Valentina.
She
comes out.
Okay.
It's a whole different person. Yeah. Sometimes I like to, before auditions, I'll, if I have time, if it's an in-person audition, I'll do go in my pole room and do a little routine to get my confidence up and my energy up, because Valentina is confident and she doesn't care about what anyone thinks, and she's fearless and she owns the room and she owns everything. So I like to do that before auditions, because when I get to an audition, it's like, okay.
You get nervous.
I get nervous.
You get nervous.
And being too nervous, because everyone gets nervous, but being too nervous can really shut you down. So
and not really allow you to be yourself.
Oh yeah, and you won't be able to shine, show your personality. It's definitely, confidence is 80%, I think, because you're able to show who you are, and that's what casting directors really want to see. They want to see you. Yeah.
So what is the other 20%?
Practice, hardcore, every day. Practicing your craft is equally as important, but you can practice it if you don't have the confidence, and it kind of
falls flat.
Yeah, you definitely need to have both.
Nice. So is it really important for you to have both outlets, like for you to be the actress, well, not even both, for you to be the actress, for you to have time for yourself, or is Valentina when you have time for yourself?
Both are kind of when I have time for myself. Yeah, both I have time for myself. It is very important for me to have both, though, because it's always, with Valentina and pole fitness, I get to feel much more free. The freedom that I'm trying to find in acting, I'm still trying to find that. Freedom is so important for creativity. It's like the bottom line is freedom. So I feel very free when I'm doing pole fitness, and it helps me a lot. So.
It helps you transition to that other person that you need to be when you're creating these characters.
Confident,
stepping out in the world by yourself.
Exactly.
I really, really like that.
Thanks.
I love the person that you are and the outlets that you are able to bring, and you just bring simplicity to your craft, to each craft that you're bringing to, and I can really appreciate that.
Thank you.
So we're gonna go on break right now, and when we return, we're gonna come back to some juicy topics.
Ooh.
And Angelique Valentine is gonna share her opinions on these. Okay, so we'll be right back. Welcome back to Ladies Room Millennials. I'm your host Chanel Kissa, and we got Angelique Valentine in the house. So let's indulge in some trending topics.
Yeah, my favorite.
I know. So Tamar Braxton, she decided to go free, and she did this post on her Instagram saying, "Finally free."
Yes.
And she was cutting off all her hair.
She looks gorgeous.
She looks amazing.
And not everybody can pull off a bald head, because I know I would never even dare.
This hair right here? Nah.
Never.
So what do you think her, taking off her wig, cutting her hair actually means?
I mean, she's just trying to, or she's not trying, she is making a major change in her actual life, like her personal life, not just physically, but if a woman cuts her hair, she's about to do something
major, right?
Yes.
When I saw that, something that it instantly had me thinking about was Waiting to Exhale with my favorite actress, Angela Bassett. She went through. That's Mother.
That's Mother.
Okay. Not mother, not mom.
Not mom.
Mother. That's deep. But in Waiting to Exhale, she was going through so much pain. She had that long, gorgeous hair, and then she went and got her little pixie cut. And she did something major too in that movie.
Yes.
So I'm just wondering what Tamar is about to do.
I know.
She has a beautiful son. She's currently going through a divorce, and you are here shining, baby girl.
She is.
She's shining with that bald head.
Right.
Well, talking celebrities, let's talk about my favorite, Cardi B. In my book, you can do no wrong. Absolutely no wrong.
Yeah, Cardi B owns everything she does. So, she's with it, I'm with it.
Including talking about where all her tax money is going.
Exactly, which I think we all have questions on where our tax money is going. Because, you see so much poverty in one of the richest countries in the world. So we have we're the richest country, but have the most unequal distribution of wealth out of every developed nation.
You hear those facts?
Developed nation, yes. The top 10% the top 1% owns about 40% of the nation's wealth. And in 2013, the top 1% was getting 95% of the nation's income.
It's so crazy because one day during my little random Google searches, I Googled people that give the most money back. And of course, it all had men, and of those men were all the richest people in the world. And it was I don't know if I have ever been impacted by any of that donated money.
Where you don't really see.
I don't. I'm not saying that you don't give it.
Right.
But I mean, I haven't felt that money come in my way at all. Not necessarily saying that it has to go inside of my purse or in my pocket, or even be a part of any platform that I'm on. I just haven't
see it in your communities around you.
I haven't seen a monument. I haven't seen a building.
I mean, even the roads down in the not so good part of towns, the roads haven't been repaved in years.
Potholes.
Just potholes still, bumpy roads.
You don't know if you're on the right side of the lane.
Right.
Until a car passes you.
Exactly. It's where is the money going? It's just, I would really like to see, if you think about how much taxes you pay and how much everybody has to pay taxes, there's no reason why there should be homeless people. There's no reason why there should be.
It's enough money for everybody.
It's enough money, and that's the mentality we have, is there's not enough, but there's always enough resources, always enough money for everyone. There's just a certain group that's keeping it for themselves so that they can live the wealthiest.
Continue to be rich, but I feel like even still, like, you can have a certain amount of money and never want for one thing ever in life, you know? Never want for one thing ever in life and be able to buy everything that you absolutely want.
Exactly.
And then you'll be able to like help people around you,
it's like,
you know,
you
move
just
up.
Do that. Exactly.
Move up. And I think there's like these things that we kind of like recite daily, like kind of quotes that kind of keep us away from like, you know, achieving certain goals that will actually have us be financially free.
Exactly. Yeah.
So when it came to Cardi B, I love you, okay? Because first of all, you said something that, one, a lot of people probably don't want to say. A lot of people don't think about actually saying. And it's like so real. You brought it back to everything that you can relate to. You said, okay, this is my tax money, all right? This is my tax money.
Where is it going?
Where is it going?
Because
where I'm from,
there's the projects. The schools don't have funding. There's no health care. There's not good education on health, medical, whatever it is.
Let's talk about the prison system. She made me laugh when she said that. She said you give inmates that one tracksuit and they wear it for 2 weeks. You know, and it's not funny at all, but it's just kind of like, you say we're paying all these taxes, but absolutely, where is it going? I don't know.
Questions that need answers.
So you watch this video right here, and we're going to be right back at the commercial break. Welcome back to Ladies Room Millennials. I'm your host, Chanel Kissa, and we have Angelique. She is an actress and pole fitness instructor, as you already know. So let's get back into these trending topics, okay? So let's talk about these mass shootings that are going on. March for Our Lives. I know their platform.
Just yesterday.
I know, it's crazy. The platform is to end the epidemic of mass shootings that have been going on. And a lot of celebrities, Kanye West, Kim Kardashian, Lady Gaga, so many people have.
Most importantly, the 11-year-old activist who stood up to represent all the African Americans who go faceless, nameless, where they aren't portrayed in the media. She spoke up on behalf of all of them.
She was so impressive, like so impressive. Just to hear her speech, to see how, just to hear her speech, for her to be so young, to just be speaking powerful words about African Americans, like
she was powerful. In herself.
I definitely could concur on that. I think it's really impressive because, like, we as African American people, and I say we as African American people, when things negatively happen to us, they're not highlighted in the media at all.
No, but rarely ever. It's always, you know, white girls who are portrayed so heavily, but there's been so many black girls who have gone missing that you'll never see them on TV.
It was major just last year when those 14 girls in the DMV area, they went missing, and they were missing for days before the media even picked it up,
exactly.
And that's how you know there's so much power in social media, because it went viral because of social media. It was trending so much.
Everyone was speaking out on it because it's crazy that we didn't see it on TV. I mean, on the news stations. I mean, if 14 girls of U.S. girls go missing, it should be on our news outlets.
It doesn't matter what color their skin.
It doesn't matter the skin color, because I'm not against, you know, little white girls get their news coverage, but I would want African American girls to get their news coverage, Mexican girls, Asians, whoever.
No matter what skin color they are. But I thought it was pretty impressive for her to just represent, you know, girls of what she looks like, to say, hey, this is a problem. And then the mass shootings, like, you know, I love that they're continuing to push forward with this. And I feel like out of all the marches that I've seen, you know how like there's a big problem that goes on, right? And then we march, we talk about it, it's a problem, we cry, we hurt, and then you know what, time passed, and you no longer hear about it, you know. But with this, it's just kind of like every week,
it needs to be reformed.
There's something else, there's something else, there's something else. So you and I both, we like went into our cell phones during commercial break, and we was like, okay, let's look up some statistics against how many shootings have already been in 2018, how many shootings have been in the last year, and we've got different numbers from different publications, but
we know it's too many.
It's been 100 plus, you know, and plus.
And it's only March.
It's only March within 2018.
In just the U.S. alone, in school shootings alone has been there's countries who haven't even had one in years, and I think I don't want to be wrong, but Australia they haven't had any since like 20 years or something like that.
Well, just think about it. If I live in Australia, you know, that seems like a happy place to live.
Yeah.
Why can't America be a happy place
to live? That's what I'm saying. It's supposed to be. We're
on the land of the free, right?
Exactly.
Right, the land of the free.
We have all the opportunities. That's why everyone comes here, is because they think it's the greatest country on earth, and it could be.
Well, see, I've never lived in any other country, but what I do know about America, because I've seen it time and time again, you can grow up poor.
Yep.
And be rich.
Exactly.
You know? You can grow up poor and be rich, which means that there's so much opportunity here. I just don't understand why there's not opportunity to change something that actually affects so many people.
Exactly.
This is not affecting black people. This is not affecting white people, Hispanic people, Asian people. This is affecting people as a whole, and it's affecting children,
the most innocent of them all.
So like, if you had to pick like something that you think that the school systems can possibly change, because this is a platform to highlight issues but also push, you know, issues that it could be changed for the positive, like what would you say?
I would say, I would want to have metal detectors in schools also, but my main concern is how easy it is to obtain a gun when you're young. I mean, I saw a clip, a short clip where the child was like going in, he was like 16 or 18, going into different stores, like trying to buy cigarettes, lottery, and people were like, no, but he went to a gun show, and it was a quick exchange. He was able to just buy a gun.
You know what's so funny? Because to buy cigarettes, you have to be 18.
Yeah.
To buy alcohol, you got to be 21.
Yeah.
To buy a gun, you don't have to be 18. Only 18 years old to buy a gun.
That's crazy. Like, it's just crazy. You can just anyone can just go buy a gun. That's the issue that needs to be changed or reformed, period, to me.
All right. Well, we'll be right back, and we'll pick up on this topic when we come back. Welcome back to Ladies Room Millennials. I'm Chanel Kissa, and this is Angelique, the beautiful Angelique Valentine. So going back, like I was saying, it's 18 to buy cigarettes, 21 to buy alcohol, 18 to buy a gun.
Okay.
18 to buy a gun.
That's just too young.
You can step back when you was 18 and you were just kind of like...
No.
Yeah, but you know... Not on a defensive standpoint, but you know, my brother's a hunter. He's been a hunter all his life, true country boy and stuff. He has daughters, 3 daughters. All of them know how to shoot.
Yeah, that's if you can
all of them know how to shoot. All of them know how to shoot. And as a parent, being a hunter, I know that, like, you know, if you take your they don't go hunting with my brother, but like I know some dads, they have sons and they take their sons hunting and they give their child a gun, you know, more in a responsible way. Like we're like, this is our bonding time, you know. And I guess in a situation like that, I guess it's not so much of a bad situation.
Yeah.
But outside of being 18, being able to purchase a gun when you're 18, there's so many illegal guns that are actually on the street that are not registered to the person that actually obtains the gun, you know?
Exactly.
So I don't think it's just the purchase of guns that are just a problem. I think it's like kind of just, why do we invest so much in war? Why is war like such a big
huge
thing
for America? Yeah.
I don't think anything in any country has been resolved for the best through war. Like nothing at all. No violence. So it is really hurtful when you see mass shootings occurring, like especially in schools.
Yeah, that shouldn't be happening at all.
It shouldn't. I think a solution that I think that should actually happen in school is that people just need to really be aware. Maybe like stop treating schools like it's more of an institution where kids have to go, but make it a place to where like kids would want to go, where the students are actually, where the teachers are actually heavily invested into the students,
listening to them, having an equal exchange, because kids have a lot to say, and a lot of times it's downplayed because, oh, you're just a kid, you're just, your feelings aren't valid, but they are valid. And then it happens, you overlook the loner, or you overlook the one who's getting bullied, and then they just go crazy. Some people just go crazy.
And you never know what these kids are actually going home to,
Yeah,
sometimes them being in school is just kind of like that safe place, So if we paid attention to a child a little bit more, I don't know if, minimizing the class sizes a little bit more, so that one teacher could have, a smaller class size, so she's able to pay attention to like the things that are going on with her students. And the saying, like, the children are our future. Like, really like thinking about what that actually means, because I know that I have nieces, right? And I am able to learn so much from them about what's going on. Like, technology is just advancing every single day. And like, I'm not old, I'm a millennial, but like I can't keep up with it because my main priority right now is
getting on
my grind, creating my bread and butter. But as a child, you're free.
Yeah. You got nothing
but time. Yeah, you got nothing but time just to indulge in like what's going on in the culture. So I just think that like maybe if we paid attention a little bit more to each student and gave each student their time and like created a platform to where a student can actually be openly free to talk about some of those things, not just
so
like
important.
just a platform for them just to be open and free. I think that could help, because I would hate to see some of these things that I heard in the media, like having the teachers having guns.
That sounds horrible. I would
hate to see a teacher getting arrested, or it being on the news that, oh my God, a teacher shot a student.
Exactly. Which would probably happen.
I think so too. Even having metal detectors, like, I understand like the concept, especially right now, because
like kind of jail-like, but it to protect students and kids, everyone should go to school feeling like I can be free to learn and to grow. And if you're going to school scared that the person next to you is going to shoot you, it kind of hinders, the going to school process. And I think if metal detectors are in the schools, it could really eliminate guns getting into the school period.
Welcome back to Ladies Room Millennials. I'm your host, Chanel Kissa, and we also have Angelique still joining us. So going back to the March for Our Lives campaign that we were just talking about, it's so crazy because I've never heard of a school shooting at a private school. So for me, it's crazy because I feel like there's certain things that maybe public institutions, schools, because it is an institution, but public schools can probably like get the science to how private schools are actually ran, and probably adopting some of those things.
Because I actually went to a private school. I went to Great Atlanta Christian School.
One time for them.
Hey. But I think that we did a lot of group things. Like we did a lot of like where we went on trips together. We went, and even that goes down to funding for the school. Private schools get a lot of funding, so you're able to do more things together. You get more
Where do they get funding from?
You have to pay to go, like from.
Okay.
That's just a whole other story.
It's extremely expensive, but then they also get funding from like alumni.
It's just the lineage of like people that are going there, and they get better at education. It's just a different altogether. I think if public schools were able to get funded more, if the teachers were paid more, they would be able to be more invested. They would be able to pay attention to the kids more and be able to talk to them. It's hard. They're underpaid, overworked, and it's like there's not enough funding. After school programs, there's not enough for kids to be invested in.
See, that's crazy because although like private schools and private institutions, they have to have funding coming from alumni. They do have to have funding coming from you know, I guess corporations that choose to like, you know, fund these schools. Tuition. The parents are actually paying for the student's education, which I think is amazing because you should invest in your child's education. Yeah. But I don't really think that the school system doesn't have enough money because you're getting taxpayers.
That's true.
You're getting taxpayers.
It's just not
money.
Used for what it's supposed to be used for in the public schools.
Right. And then going back to the March for Our Lives, like, I understand that we paid so much attention to students actually being affected by it, but like, what about the teachers and the administrators that are like, you know, in these institutions of public schools.
And these teachers were sacrificing their lives for these kids who
every day, not just to teach them, but also just to stand in front of them to protect them as well.
Literally, to protect them. There was a football coach with the Parkland shooting who died trying to protect the students, and I mean, you should never have to do that. No teacher should ever have to do that.
They shouldn't have to do that because no one came there to actually be put in a line of fire.
Yeah,
who came to be put in a line of fire was the cop that stood outside. But that's a whole nother story. You know,
exactly.
A whole nother story. You signed up for a job, you didn't do your job.
Exactly.
But I think it's just horrible. But we want more students like you, Naomi, who are standing up for the cause. We need more celebrities like the celebrities that stood out to speak out, to say that, hey, this is not right. I seen a post that Kim Kardashian had post. She took her young daughter, I think Nori. She's like, yeah, I call her Nori for short. Like, that's my
Nori,
friend.
like that's your homegirl.
You said who North? I'm like Nori. Like, I know this little girl. Like, oh, I didn't babysit baby Nori. That's my little cousin. But yeah, North, she was out there with her dad and her grandfather. I think Kanye's dad, and they were like out there in the crowd during the march, and that was just like phenomenal to see. Not just because like Kim Kardashian and Kanye West are celebrities, but you know, they took their daughter out there, you know,
to stand for something,
to see like young kids, like, you know, speak about things like that. So Naomi, keep fighting. Other girls that are just like you, keep speaking out. Just students, just keep fighting until change actually happens, you know.
And it will happen. It may take some time, but it will definitely happen.
If you don't go nowhere, they have to create change. Welcome back to Ladies Room Millennials. I'm your host, Chanel Kissa, and this is Angelique. Thank you so much for joining the show today.
Thank you for having me. I love being here.
No problem. We got our celebrity here, okay? Make sure you check out Acrimony.
March 30th.
Starring Taraji, Henson, directed and written and produced by
Tyler Perry.
Atlanta's own. So we are looking forward to seeing Sarah.
Yes, young Sarah.
Young Sarah come out. All right. We're looking forward to seeing that. And then also, you're going to New York this weekend. Safe travels with that.
Thank you.
You're doing a promotion tour, right?
Doing a promotion, meeting agents, things like that. I'm also going to Baltimore. I have a radio interview on iHeartRadio this week also. So
What day? What day and what time?
I don't know when it's airing yet, but we are filming on Thursday.
Well, please let us know because we'll definitely like post that out so everybody can check you out. We love to see that, and much blessings on your growing career.
Thank you.
Much blessings on
You can find me on Instagram also, Angelique Valentine on Instagram, and on IMDb. You'll see my credit there.
Check out her credit. But not only that, make sure you keep up with her, you know, because it's a beautiful thing to see somebody like, oh, you know, I saw her in Acrimony, little Sarah. And then it's like, oh my God, look at all the other work she did, you know? And then you'll also be able to look back on her IMDb to see what she's done to lead up to this. So it's just like a growing thing, you know? So no matter where she goes, like when she becomes that A-list actress, because we're putting that in the universe, I don't know anybody that gets in this industry that says, oh, I want to be a D-lister. No, she becomes that A-list actress.
I will be an A-list actress.
You're going to look back at her and be like, oh my God, you know, I saw her when she was in Acrimony. But thank you so much for joining the show today. That's all we have for today. And thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.